There's a reason why my channel is called Messy Hair Life, and my hair does whatever it feels like doing, and today it's just not cooperating with me. Today it just wants to be puffy, and that's the end of it. So it is what it is. It's just puffy. So that's what I have to work with, and it's okay. Anyways, today I am going to be reviewing this eyeshadow palette right here, and this is the SHEGLAM Rose Gold eyeshadow palette. I bought this on Shein, and now I am going to swatch it. All right, so this is what the inside looks like. We have a 9-pan eyeshadow palette, and we have a mix of shimmers, mattes, and a satin. So these two up here are mattes, as well as this one in the center and this one right here. Then this one right here on the bottom looks like a satin, or maybe it's just like a matte with a little bit of glitter to it, like gold glitter. Then we have these two down here and these two up here that are shimmers. First, I'm going to be doing 3 looks with this eyeshadow palette, and then at the end, I'm going to give you my final thoughts. I'm going to begin with look number 1, and I am going to start with Room Service, which is this one down here. And this is more like a peachy kind of shade. Oof, there's a lot of fallout. Look at that. Look at that fallout. All right, so I'm gonna tap my brush, and yeah, I'm gonna be using Room Service on my crease. Room Service, although it is pigmented, it kind of matches my skin tone, so you could barely see it. I'm going to be grabbing Verb, which is this beautiful orangey shade right there in the center, and I am going to be using that shade on my lid and on my outer corner. Now I'm going to grab Pinky Promise, which is this coppery shade right there, and I am going to be using that on my lid. So now I'm going to be grabbing Bubbles, and Bubbles is this shade right here in the corner, and I'm going to be grabbing that with a smaller brush, like this side of the brush. There's 2 sides, and I am going to be using that on my inner corner. I'm gonna grab Verb again, and Verb is that center shade that I used all over the place, and I'm gonna be using that on my lower lash line. So I forgot to mention that I do have names for these 3 looks, and the first one is called Not Rose. So this is finished look number 1. All right, so before I continue, I do want to point out that you look at this eyeshadow palette right here and you think it's going to be pink. It's gonna be lots of pinks. maybe even like a peach here and there, but more pink than anything else. I mean, it is called Rose Gold, but then when you open it up, it's not rose whatsoever, it's oranges. They come up with the packaging and a name, and then they go ahead and surprise you basically with what's inside, because this is not rose. Anyways, on to look number 2. All right, so I'm going to begin with look number 2, and look number 2 is called Fuzzy Stilettos. First, I'm going to be grabbing Escape to Paris, and that's this one up here. I'm going to be using that on my crease. I'm gonna go ahead and grab Stiletto, and Stiletto is the brown color right here in the corner. I'm gonna be using that on my lid, and I'm going to be using that on my outer crease as well. See, as I go, I am trying to kind of blend it just a little bit with the color that's on my crease. Okay, so before I continue on to the next color, I'm gonna go ahead and diffuse. I'm gonna grab Stiletto again, and I'm gonna be using that on my outer lower lash line. Now I am going to use this right here, which is called Isn't She Lovely? And I am going to be using that on my inner corner. All right, so this is finished look number 2, Fuzzy Stiletto. Okay, so before I forget, the first lipstick that I had on, it was like a lip gloss. It's this one right here, and this is a Bare Minerals Gen Nude lipstick in the shade Hype, and I think it's more like a lip gloss. So yeah, that's the first one. The one I have on right now is this one from Hard Candy from the line Cashmere Silk. It's a demi matte cream lip color in the shade Biscotti. You can see the difference right here, but it kind of looks the same, except that this one is a little more browny. Like this one has a little more brown in it. This one is a little more towards the peachy side, but they look very similar. And this right here, it's anywhere from $15 to $22. This one right here is $1. I got it at the Dollar Tree. All right, on to look number 3. I'm going to begin look number 3, and look number 3 is called Escape to Paris. So I am going to begin by using the shade Escape to Paris, and I'm going to be using that shade on my lid, on my crease, kind of like everywhere. So Escape to Paris is this one right here at the top in the center. Now I am going to be grabbing Hideaway, and Hideaway is this shade right here in the corner. It's a beigey shade. I'm gonna use that a little bit on my lid. Oh my gosh, that wasn't a little bit. Right, so at this point you could just leave it as is. You have a matte look. It's pretty like that, and it's really quick and easy. Or you could do like I'm going to do and add a shimmer on top of my lid, because I love shimmer. So I am going to be adding Bubbles. And again, Bubbles is the one that I had on on the inner corner, but I'm going to be using that on my lid. So yeah, with the brush there's precision, but I feel like with this one I'm going to have to be using my finger to apply it. But first I'm going to be trying the setting spray. Was it? No, Bubbles was not the one that I used before on my inner corner. I used first on my inner corner, but not on the previous look. Okay, so I'm gonna grab it with my finger. It looks like that, and you know, that makes a humongous difference. So isn't that pretty? It's very pretty. On my lips I have this, and this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Abu Dhabi. So this is finished look number 3, Escape to Paris. My final thoughts on this eyeshadow palette. First of all, like I mentioned before, when you open it up, it's more earthy, orangey tones. But it's still a very pretty palette. I absolutely love it. I feel like Bubbles, which is this one right here, the one I currently have on my eyes, it's a very, very subtle sheen, and that's basically what it has to it. It's not like a shimmery, it's more like a sheen. That's what it has. Then this one right here, I think that, oh my gosh, I just love it. I mean, it's like blinding. Look at that. Beautiful. It's a beautiful shade, and I think that that is my perfect type of shimmer. The one that glistens. That's what it does. The rest of the shades, they're all very nice. Like, I love that one right here in the center. This brown one, this one right here. These are, to me, more like transition shades, at least for my skin tone. And then you have that coppery shade right there. You have this, which is kind of like for the for this area right here, which I haven't used for that area, but you could use it for that area. They blended really well. They were not patchy whatsoever. They are totally pigmented. As far as staying power, they will last you all day as long as you use a setting spray. So anyways, let me know which of the 3 looks you like the best. Did you like look number 1, look number 2, or look number 3? Was it Nut Rose, Fuzzy Stiletto, or Escape to Paris? And I hope this video was informative, useful, and thanks for watching. Have a great day and stay safe out there. Bye.